all like sitting there, you said in the stands. A reporter actually literally said on live television she needs to sit there and look pretty like other people. I think people just don't realize that there is a life outside of where we are now in our adulthood. I think people can't see past like the surface one sheet.
Yep. Or you know what? They don't want to.
They don't want to. They don't want to.
Which sucks.
It sucks so bad. But I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah. We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Even if you guys don't like it.
Yeah.
Women are just going to keep on coming. And they're going to be like, oh my God, here they come again. Throughout your career.
I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Well, we may also come again. Hopefully, if you can make us. If not, we'll do it ourselves. Okay, here we go.
God.
Talking about, you know, these industries that you were trying to break into, having people look at you being like, we haven't seen someone like you do it before, or also you being too young, all these things. A lot of these industries that you were trying to break into were heavily male dominated.
Very male dominated.
Also probably controlled by white men.
Mm-hmm,
like, how did you get the confidence in moments to advocate for yourself?
I didn't at the time. I didn't have that.
You beautiful, beautiful woman.
Free Ayesha Curry. It's only appropriate.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Off subject, but shout out to the guy that's suing LeBron James over that decision
that.
too. You saw that?
$800 something.
$856.
Yes.
Because he felt like he was forced to like buy those tickets. So I respect.
Yeah. Wow, I'm here.
Also, shout out Asia Wilson for being the first basketball player ever to hit a game winner on a married couple.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I'm Daryl.
I'm Armando.
I got scars unhealed that money can't fix it. My brother turned a snake just for that quickly. Gay love, they gay hate cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight.
But
You know, so weird about this Ayesha Curry story. As soon as it broke, right? You know how many phone calls I got? Even when I went home, it was just like, Armando, did you hear what's going on? Like, I feel like I understand a part of what I do is this podcast for living.
yeah.
But they really think that I've been doing this for all my life. Like, I'm just a news cycle.
A journalist, yeah.
Yes, like, Armando, you have to talk about this. You didn't hear? Like, you have to talk about this. I'm like, bitch, get off me. Give me time. Give me time. Like, one thing about us, like, just because it's out there doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically jump on it. I need to get my facts.
Right.
I need to do a deep dive into it.
Right. We at least like to like give you at least like the best information possible.
Yes, let it marinate a little bit. Right? So, but it just so many people just kept hitting me up. Armando, you gotta talk about it. Armando, you gotta mention it. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I'm like, get the fuck up off me.
Right.
Like, whoa, let me look at all this stuff first. And then we will proceed with the right information.
Right.
Right. So I don't know how far or how deep you guys are into this whole Ayesha Curry situation. Right.
Well, for one, like this whole thing has been simmering for years.
Yes, and it just seemed like has been the time to talk about it since she was on Call Your Daddy podcast, and she did an interview. And
that's the hot toy chick, right?
Yes, and then it seemed like they took from that and just turned it into something different. So that's the reason why I'm saying free Ayesha Curry, right? Just free her. Right, because the fact
he's not saying that she's free, as in her legs are open.
Yeah, not that way free. I'm saying just free her. Like, why is she still living rent free in your mind?
Right.
right? That's what I mean by free her. Get her name out of y'all mouths, right? And stop disrespecting another man's wife.
Right.
So that's what I mean by free. Let her be free. Let her be her, an individual. Because if she was somebody normal, nobody would be talking about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she's Steph Curry's wife, now they want to make a big deal about it.
Yeah. So sometimes I want to like kind of touch on is that some of the people that, well, some of the other women that are like linked to like basketball players or whatever. Most recently, you got the whole thing with like Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, and we all know like about like her like like former proclivities and whatnot. And it's interesting that like he's not getting that type of flack that Curry's getting for his wife basically doing what she's doing, whereas and I'm not no slight toward Megan, but like her talking about how sexually liberated she is, the fact that she was linked to like multiple men at the same time and whatnot, Tory Lanez. So just all of that, and Ayesha Curry, we talked about it off camera. Ayesha Curry, she kind of reminds me of like Anna Faris, whereas she was destined almost to be the star of the relationship, and then just overnight.
Did not sign up for that. I also always thought like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it.
Yeah. So if some of you guys haven't been tuning in, so we're just going to give you a quick preview of that interview.
So you graduated high school early to move to LA to start your acting career.
Yeah.
Tell me about like coming out to LA. What early ambitions did you have for yourself, and like what did you want?
It's interesting because I don't ever, I think, get the opportunity to kind of talk about my life before my life now. And so I graduated high school a year early. At the time I was living in North Carolina, and I'd been in the industry since I was 3 years old. I was always working. Commercial, print, like doing TV stuff, always. So other kids were at like soccer, doing the extracurriculars, and I was on a set working. And so it was second nature for me. And quite honestly, growing up, the only thing that I thought I could do. And so I would enter all of these competitions. I entered this one in North Carolina, and they were like, hey, move to LA.
Was it because like your mom just saw something in you? Like
the story is, because obviously I have no recollection. We were in a grocery store, and a talent agent said, oh, she should be in commercials. And so it started from there, and then kept going. And
when you started working that young and then kind of became aware of it, like, did you love it? Like,
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. Eat, sleep, breathe.
All right. So I have to pull up this clip too. So this is what happens when you put another man's name, a woman's name in your mouth. Right? You see what happened to Pookie, right? you see what happened to Pookie, right? And I'm not saying that's right, but
ain't wrong.
They ain't wrong. There's levels and there's boundaries.
Absolutely.
And there's some lines you do not cross. And when you cross those, you so happen to get powder and an open hand.
Right.
And exactly what you get. So let's go into it, because I know the anticipation is just building up for some of y'all. It first originated, right, one time when she was wearing a bathing suit, right? And they saying, oh, she's Steph Curry's wife. She's seeking attention. And this attention that she's been seeking came right after she was on the Red Table Talk, right? And they asked her about the attention that Steph get from other women.
Yeah.
And she felt like, you know what? Steph doesn't like this attention. Y'all think he does, but he doesn't. He doesn't like this attention. And she felt like, it's just crazy the fact that Steph is getting all this attention, but nobody's paying attention to me. And I feel like, okay, because, and all due respect to Steph, right? Ayesha is not a ugly chick. She's not an ugly woman.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Right? So, and she felt like, not because she want guys to hit on her per se, but the fact that every once in a while, be like, you beautiful.
Did being in the spotlight impact your relationship in the early days because you guys didn't know how to handle it?
It's a double-edged sword, because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them and then put in the work to stay in the room. But that, I think, would be the elephant in the room, is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I like did not sign up for that. I also always thought, like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like, he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it.
Right? Somebody be in her comments to say, you gorgeous. You got a nice smile. That's all she want. What is so wrong about that? Like, everybody, when you get to that age, and especially if you didn't have kids and you get to that point, you still want to feel like you mean something. Like, you look like something. You matter to somebody. Like, you still got it.
She's a, mama 4 now?
Yeah.
So, it's really just like basketball players do. This is a heat check. Like, like, do I still got it? Like, if it wasn't for, like, my association, like, do I got it?
Yeah. And then plus, think about it. If you're that woman and you got that guy that everybody is drooling over, everybody wants and stuff, like, you like, damn, like, do I still got it?
Yeah.
Like, damn, have I lost my touch? And that's just human nature. I'm not famous. And every once in a while, shit, I want to know, damn, am I still handsome?
Yeah. And
like, you know what I'm saying? Do I like, damn, do I still look attractive to somebody? Of course, the person you with always gonna say you look nice.
Right. But it really is, sometimes you want that outward acceptance, I guess.
Yeah.
Where others are like, it's not that they're like testing your loyalty, but someone just like, trying to like slide or whatever. Like sometimes it's meant to make you feel good. Like, oh man, like I'm like, and who knows? Like when it comes to like women, like not saying that like I know much of anything, but like when you deal with like postpartum and stuff, and even if like she looks great, Ayesha Curry's probably like a size 3, so she's petite, she's small, but you don't know like what having like a child, let alone multiple children, do to you, like for how you view yourself outwardly.
I remember like one time right after my first was born, she was whiny, so I was like, let me just nurse her in the back seat. And Stefan was putting a bike or something in the trunk. And this woman like opens the car door and she sticks her head in and she's like, I just wanted to see the baby. And I'm like, excuse me. And she looks me dead in my face and goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And then like shuts the door on me. And I was just crying because I was like postpartum. I was just bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, what? Like, is this what it's going to be like?
Wow.
And so the beginning phases were kind of scary.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that cosign of other people, like that, it doesn't sound like that should mean a lot, but like it's important to know that like you're cosigned by others.
Yeah, we know one thing about women. It's that constant validation. That constant validation. Like, and sometimes, they ego and they pride and all that, it does take a hit every once in a while. Yeah. Especially if all the attention is going elsewhere. Right? And
she's supposed to be the trophy.
Yeah.
There was this thing going around that said there's 2 things. It was like that I look like SpongeBob's mom. Just look it up after.
Okay.
I felt that way. So then seeing it, I was like, damn. Damn.
No.
What else? I think because he's like known for shooting threes, people will say something all the time like, oh, he shoots threes on and off the court. And I'm like, come on.
So, and then this come also off of an episode where she was breastfeeding her and nurturing her child
Mm-hmm.
in the car. And the fan literally opened up the door in the middle of it. And she like, what the hell is going on? And the fan told her, get used to it. You Steph Curry wife. This what comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was already dealing with her own experiences after having this child.
Right.
So imagine how would that make you feel? See, that's what people don't even seem to highlight.
Yeah.
They
And
just want to attack her.
and also like it's kind of weird to me that even early on when like this type of stuff like the rumblings at first was like coming about, it was like how Steph Curry was kind of like cool, chill or whatever, but it just seemed like this is one of those like poking the bear type of thing,
Yeah.
because he's not that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's not that guy to defend his wife. He's not that guy to like let this stuff bother him. But you got Killer Mike. Like, why are you talking about my wife?
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly, like it's just Jeff Teague and so many more, and it's just like this has nothing to do with y'all. And I feel like at times like that's what happens like when you're under like such a microscope. Everybody feels like they got something to say. Hell, we got something to say, and like I just feel like that's like the thing. Like people are taking like a negative stance on all of it.
Yeah, but I feel like people's opinions are always surface leveled, right? You just see what you see on the surface,
Yeah.
right? And this is how I go about life in general. And this is not even talking about the Ayesha Curry situation. Even when I'm dealing with my significant other, if I'm dealing with a friendship, if I'm dealing with like just coworkers, if I'm dealing with anybody, my first thing is to assume innocence, because of course I feel how I feel, but it's easier sometimes if you just step back and put yourself in that other person's shoes.
Now, as far as coworkers, I can't agree with that. You guilty. I know you ate that pizza. I know you ate that chicken. And I know you lying about it. And then for you to have the audacity to put the blame on an elderly woman. Anyway.
Okay. So, but sometimes, putting yourself in the other shoes, a person's shoes, makes sense, right?
Unless you stole pizza and you blamed it on the elderly woman. Knowing full well that you should have been fired months ago. Anyway.
Don't we got a commercial coming soon or something? Not a word from our sponsors. Definitely would have popped up. But all seriousness, no. So now let's get back to it.
Oh, I was very serious.
Yeah. So let's get back to it. So then now, you know what? The bikini pic happened right after the red table talk. So they thought that was, a cry for help. And then people was talking about it, but it kind of simmered down a little bit. And then all of a sudden, Ayesha Curry, she had a restaurant opening, right? Where they was, a review for her food and stuff. Now Drake pop up. Now all of a sudden people talking about, oh, Drake showing up to Ayesha Curry's event and they got an affair and stuff going on. But y'all don't realize that in the same pictures y'all talking about, Steph is in every single one of them. It's Drake.
He's there.
It's Drake, Steph, Ayesha. Ayesha not in the middle. She's not taking one-on-one pictures with Drake. It's Drake, Steph, Ayesha right on the end. So y'all miss Steph Curry in the picture, right?
Right.
He came up there to support a friend because little do y'all know, Steph Curry and Drake is real close friends. The Currys and Drake, real close friends, right? So of course they
Also,
support
like
each
Steph
other.
Curry, one of the few people who had nothing to say about the whole like Kendrick Drake beef.
Yeah. Ayesha is from where?
Ontario, Canada.
And Drake is what?
Toronto.
I'm just saying. So sometimes when people talk, it's like just do the history first, right? Do the math first.
And they're relatively close in age too.
Yeah, and I know y'all expected for us to come on here and say Ayesha is a floozy, is a Jezebel. I know y'all thought we was gonna come up here and say that, but no, not me, because I can see the real situation that's going on here.
Yeah.
I just feel like people are in her business for no reason. The best business to have, I keep saying that, is your own.
Yeah, but also I think it's just to just kind of drum up something, and just to, I don't know why, but it seems like along with that, it just seems like a nice good guy like Steph Curry, people are trying to like see a worse side of him.
Yeah, and they
It's
try
like
to tarnish his legacy. Put
Yeah.
a kink in his armor.
like, oh, he a weirdo. He let his wife like step out on him and like step out on the family. Like it just seems like that they're trying to like make something when really like they both God fearing people. Like the thing is, what it was just flipped on its head, the expectations from both.
Yeah.
Curry, like even though technically not from humble beginnings, as an individual, very humble, and like for him to have like the God given ability that he has to like affect the game, to change the course of a game. Olympics, he went crazy.
Oh yeah.
But for him to like he just kept his head down. He did what he did.
Yeah.
And you know, people noticed. Whereas like Ayesha, she was looking for the celebrity, and there's nothing wrong with that. That was a path that she carved out. That's the path that she chose, and the fact that like now that's not like where it's going, and even now like it's under so much observation, so much scrutiny that whenever she wants to like be in a movie, the staff get her that role. Like who does she have to like? It's just so many intangibles and questions from it.
Yeah.
Whereas like Curry is just like trying to do his thing, and he's cool with his wife doing her thing, and they're just trying to do their thing.
Yeah, and I understand because Drake is a weirdo. I understand that Drake
Just
does
like some coworkers.
yes,
who eat pizza and wings and then lie on old women
and
about it.
Drake does cross the line and say some questionable stuff. So for
Just
instance,
like people who steal pizza and eat wings and lie about old people doing it.
so Drake in his lyrics, he did say, "How am I supposed to wife you if you're not Ayesha enough?" Right? Which that can be interpreted a lot of ways. But how I see it is Ayesha supports stuff. She's at every game with the kids. She's holding it down. You don't see her name circling around in any rumors. You don't hear about no guys running through her like most of these NBA wives and girlfriends. You don't hear her name in much. She's just nice and to herself.
Here's how I take it. He's been talking about an Ayesha, an Alicia, a Katia, so many other women for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Ayesha has been mentioned since October's very own.
Who says the same Ayesha?
Right. Who says this is Ayesha Curry? Like it coincidental. But I feel like people are just kind of like digging too deep into it. Like I mentioned, he's been talking about an Ayesha or some other woman to that effect since 2008.
Yep. So now let's go into a deeper dive. So now they have the video. We'll show it right here. Do I condone somebody acting like they take off the ring when they see the opposite sex? No. But I think it was more rage abating than anything.
It was playful.
I think so. She even came out and said, "At this point, I'm trolling y'all."
Right, you
I'm
know,
trolling
just
y'all.
like 40-year-old bitch that talk about Hennessy. I'm sorry.
Yo,
Okay,
I'm sorry. We don't mean to. So speaking of LeBron, you know, no. So I have to do this. I'm sorry. I have to do this because I was so pissed off yesterday. You know, this had the same clothes and try to replicate the same haircut that he had on the first decision.
I didn't even notice that.
The first me. I went back. You know me. I'm going back and I'm doing my. That it pissed me off even more. Well, on site. Sorry. Okay. Let's go.
I didn't even realize. Wow.
Sorry. But sorry. But I don't condone that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know she was just rage baiting and she was just trolling because giving people something to talk about since they already talking about it, right? But y'all failed to realize that Jeezy's wife at the time was also on the panel. Tia Mowry. She was married at the time.
Yep, Corey Hardwick.
Right? She was on that panel. And 2 other women was on that panel that was married and that was acting the same way as Ayesha. But y'all want to single out Ayesha though. Because when Tia Mowry's husband wanted to leave her, nobody went back to that episode and say, I see why. Right? When Jeezy left his wife, her skinny ass, built like a capital I, right? When he decided to leave her, nobody went back to that episode and say, I see why Jeezy decided to leave her.
Right, no more Asian persuasion.
Right? But everybody wanted to just single out Ayesha when the whole panel act the same way. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. And then you know the crazy thing about this whole thing? People talking about it now, but that episode happened 4 years ago.
Right.
4 years ago.
A lot of this stuff happened not even close to recent.
So all y'all that's blowing up my phone, that's texting me, telling me to talk about this, y'all should have did y'all research first. Right? And we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
Right.
Jeff Teague, Killer Mike, all y'all, Pat Bev, all y'all that's talking about this, if y'all to just cross your eyes, dotted your T's, connect the line, do whatever y'all had to do. Sat back, got some bean pie, whatever y'all had to do.
I think that's the issue, is the lack of.
Yeah, whatever y'all had to do at that point. Y'all would have never even came out and sound so stupid and so foolish.
Right.
Right? And at this point, all y'all can just kiss my podcast. Y'all kiss Ayesha podcast. Y'all can kiss Steph Curry's podcast. Yeah, right? You kiss Elephant's podcast. Whatever. Hey, just line it up.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, people like to talk, but people don't want to do the research behind it.
Yeah.
Right? And not once have you ever sat back and thought about it like Ayesha Curry is a human being. And a human being that has feelings and has heart. And not just that,
has children.
That has kids. So her kids have to see this.
Right.
Her parents got to see this.
Because what? Riley's like a teenager now, right?
She understand this.
Yeah.
Most of his kids understand what's going on.
Right.
They understand this. Like, not once have y'all put yourselves in her shoes and realize she has kids, she has family, she has emotions.
Right.
Like, nobody ever thought about that. That's what I'm saying. That's the ridiculous part. And then now we can reel it all in and let's just talk about 2 other things. The concert. She went to a concert. Drake concert. She took a picture. But everybody talking about her in the picture.
Right.
But they don't realize it was 8 other girls in that picture. 8. So how you miss 8 girls and you're only talking about 1?
Right.
1. So this is what happened in my book. I can be wrong, but I can always be right.
Yeah.
Right?
Because everybody else speculating. So.
Right? Drake, Ayesha, Steph. Very close.
Yep.
Those 8 random women, they don't know Drake. They have no connections with Drake. They have no celebrity perks. Guess who has the hookup?
Ayesha.
Ayesha. Guess who's close to Drake? Ayesha. Guess who has the perks? Ayesha. So the white women probably was like, oh my God, Drake. And then one party wanted to go backstage and meet Drake.
Yep.
And Ayesha was like, oh, y'all just want to meet Drake? Girl, that's it?
Right.
Oh, I know him. Come on, let's go back there. Come on, like I know him. He'd be cool with it. And they
probably even try to flex like, who? Oh, Aubrey?
Yeah.
I got man. Say I could get y'all to meet Aubrey.
Yeah, and she probably don't even call him Drake.
Right.
Like you said, she probably be like, Aubrey, oh, him. She be like, who's Aubrey? That's Drake. Oh, y'all call him Drake, we call him Aubrey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he probably went backstage and everything, and she was like, girl, come on, it's nothing. They probably was like, oh my God, are you sure?
Right.
Are
Don't
you sure?
embarrass me,
Wanna, yeah, we don't want to impose. I'm like, girl, he ain't tripping about that. Like,
right. Aubrey straight.
Yeah, he cool. And then they probably be back there, oh my God. And then they probably saw him, was like, oh my God, I really want a picture with Drake. And he's probably like, Drake probably was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, I just want a picture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they lined up, they took the picture, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But people made a big deal and
Very
made it
big deal.
more into what it is.
Yeah.
You have the celebrity chick with the random friends. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was.
Absolutely.
Right? It was just innocent as that. Right? And it didn't like she was hugged up on him like that. It was like this. It's the respect. It's the distance.
Yeah.
It's not like Armar when he tried to kiss Beyonce at the awards.
Oh yeah.
That's how you not greet another man's woman.
Or who was on the one who like was Michael Ealy, like how he did Megan Good in front of Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, like that's not what you do.
Yeah, that's bold.
Right. And then now let's talk about what everybody's been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
This conversation she had. I'm gonna call you daddy.
Let's talk about how you met Mr. Steph Curry. You met him in high school?
Yeah. So I'm Canadian.
Okay.
So I grew up in Markham, Ontario. And I moved to the States at 14 to North Carolina. And that's actually where we met. He's one of the first people that I met in the States, but just friends. Obviously, we were 14.
Right.
Went to the same church, shared the same friend groups at church. And then when I moved to LA, he Facebooked me.
Did he write on your wall or it was like a private message?
No, it was a private message. But he was like, hey, do you still live in LA? That's a lie. The first message was, I was in this music video and he was like, hey, who is that in the music video, in the picture that you're in? And I'm like, oh, it's Young Berg. And he goes, oh, I should have known. He always has all the sexy ladies. And I was like, what is happening right now?
You're like, Steph, I knew you said you're 14. I was 15. What are you trying to do now?
At this time now, we're 19.
Okay.
18, 19. And so he goes, do you still live in LA? I'm here for a camp. Do you want to hang out? And I'm like freaking out because this guy, he was like the guy at church. Like all the girls loved him.
I thought you were going to say like in high school, like on the court. You're like, at church, he was the guy.
At church.
Was he the basketball guy in high school or no?
Apparently he was, but I genuinely didn't pay attention to that because I grew up in such an arts-driven family. Mm-hmm. He hit me up 2 weeks later. We hung out and we've literally been together since that day.
Okay. I feel like it was like for me, it was similar to the Anna Faris, Chris Pratt situation. For those who don't know, Anna Faris, she's Cindy from Scary Movie.
Okay.
So her career took off. Like she's in all these like movies back to back. She had the TV show Mom. You know, she's I wouldn't say an A-lister, probably like B, C. Yeah. But you know, like she was making waves. Here comes along her husband Chris Pratt, who's been kind of like grinding for like all these years or whatever. He was on the TV show Parks and Recreation. Then boom, he gets cast as Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy for Marvel. Puts him on a whole new like level, but also like she was the attractive one in the relationship. Mm-hmm. He then loses all this weight. He puts on all this muscle. Now he's on the cover of Muscle Fitness, Vogue, all this stuff, and she even admitted, like, you know, like how I saw like myself. I didn't imagine it being like this. Yeah, I imagined myself being, you know, like the superior actor. I saw like myself being, you know, better off than him because I was. Yeah. And then her star dimmed, his brightened. The only difference between like her and Ayesha is that she was jealous. Yeah. And she admitted to being jealous. Yeah. So much so that her jealousy actually caused them to divorce.
Yeah. And then if y'all really paid attention, because I don't know if y'all just listened to the clickbaits. Mm-hmm. I listened to the whole hour 40-something minutes. Yeah. Of the conversation that they had when she was on the podcast. Listened to the entire thing, and not once did I get she was jealous of her husband. So what I got from that, and again, this is going back to history, deep diving, because Ayesha and Steph did an interview together. Did multiple interviews together. Steph did an interview by himself. Mm-hmm. And they asked him about how did they get married? And he never said, "Oh, it was love at first sight."
Right.
Like I knew she was the one.
They both said
like,
they were friends in the church or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they split ways because certain stuff happened, but we didn't know because they didn't really go into detail until Call Your Daddy, and then now we know why they kind of got distance. And then he said they kind of got reunited, but they hung out and they was friends for a while. And he even said he wasn't her type in the beginning, but they kind of just hung out and they grew on each other, and that's how the relationship happened.
Now I want to touch on something real quick. I feel like that's something that comes up an awful lot with a lot of couples.
Yeah.
He wasn't my type. She wasn't my type. And that's not a slight. That's not disrespectful. It happens because so often do we say that like we have a preference.
Yeah.
And then you end up messing with somebody that's completely different than what that preference is.
Yeah. And then even on top of that, we know Steph as Steph now.
Mm-hmm.
She knew Steph as Steph then, the scrawny kid, the one that wore glasses.
Wardell,
the corny one. And she even said he was super popular in church, not in high school. Said nobody saw this coming. And then, even what she said, I
think that's fake.
Even what she decided to say, she was saying that Steph in high school was not the man.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't highly recruited for college, right? And then on top of that,
because what is Davidson? NAIA?
What was that?
Or are they D3 NCAA?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. But even that, when they were friends and when they were hanging out, when they was getting to know each other and stuff, Steph said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. So he didn't see himself life after basketball would be NBA and he would be, one of the Splash Brothers, holding the 3-point record. Like none of this. Nobody saw it coming because if he did,
for most to be to consider him the greatest.
Yeah, and if somebody would have saw this, he would have been highly recruited.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then you got to think, because Steph, he didn't really become a big deal until 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, so
6 years into his NBA career?
Yeah, and that's why I don't understand what people's problem is when she said that she saw herself as a star. Because if you think about it, she was the star in that relationship.
Yeah.
Early on, she was the star. She was the movie star.
Yeah, she had a lot of film and TV roles.
Yes, that was... So for her, and this is so crazy, for her wanting still a career outside of Steph Curry, I don't see the problem.
There's no problem.
I don't see the problem. Like, if I'm with somebody that's famous, why do I have to live in your shadow?
Right.
Why can't I make a name and an identity for myself? Why do I have to sit at home and just cash a check and swipe a card?
Right.
Why can't I be known for me?
Right.
Like,
as somebody.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Because there's so many women in Hollywood nowadays, they so comfortable with just cashing the check, swiping. And then when something happened, they lose it all. And then now they stuck on reality shows.
Right. Or yeah, exactly. Who wants to be a reality show star, influencer? Those aren't real.
Yeah.
Those aren't real jobs. Those are things that are more so made up and fictitious.
Yeah.
That has kind of become more recent.
Yeah.
So for Ayesha to still want more out of life, because let's be honest, Curry probably got if he's willing 3 more seasons.
Yeah.
And that places him at 40 years old.
Yeah.
They still got so much time left, and then what? Because he's unlike so many other people in the world, he's gonna be retired.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
So most people they're in their prime in their professional careers at 40 plus.
Yeah. And then plus, how many times have you heard a celebrity couple or friends that you know, and you ask about their relationship, and they always say, "Oh yeah, in the beginning they wasn't my type. They wasn't my type. I never see myself with somebody like them.
Yeah,
but they madly in love. Right. So sometimes when you get out your comfort zone, you never know what's out there.
Right.
You never know. And then same thing with the whole stuff situation. Like Ayesha said, she said, "Look, we had a little buzz around stuff after Davidson, but he still was talking about being a high school coach.
Right.
And then he had his troublesome years in the NBA, remember with the ankle sprains and stuff. And then just 1 year, it just happened.
Yeah.
Like overnight, it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to get adjusted to it. And for me, if I'm a big star, and then all of a sudden, the person I'm with, their career just blossom and become way a megastar, and now we're trying to figure out, like...
Almost overnight.
Yeah, like, if I'm used to being a star in the limelight, now all of a sudden, I gotta be normal. Like, you know how much of a shell shock that is? Like,
Right.
I don't think how people realize how much of a career or life-altering...
Yeah, or you think that, like, your star is bright.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, man, like, no cameras or whatever, to the point... And then, like, one day, like, your spouse, significant other...
In a galaxy.
Yeah, becomes an overnight sensation. And you're like, oh, man, like, these camera flashes are a little bit brighter. It's a lot more people around here. Like, damn, we can't even eat. You know, like, you actually gotta disappear in order to do regular things.
Yeah.
And then even for a while, your own child becomes an overnight celebrity with, like, that playoff press conference.
Yeah.
It's crazy, because even then, the scrutiny that I've seen the stuff that people have said about, like, Ken and Curry, like, it's just the microscope and just like the overall scrutiny. It's not just like Tora Ayesha, it's the entire family, and it's like, what do y'all want from, like, Steph himself?
Yeah, but they're judging what she said based off of the version of Steph we know now.
Yeah,
But the version of Steph she was talking about was middle school, high school
right,
Steph Curry.
Uh-huh.
Steph Curry without the shot.
right.
Before he became Chef Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then even as Ayesha put it in her thing. So the Warriors organization knew that she knew how to cook. Because her video started when she had to move to Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to make cooking videos for her family.
Yeah.
Because she always used to cook for them. So because she was no longer there, she made the cooking videos. Her family suggested, like, hey, maybe you should start making videos. And she was like, no, I'm not really into that. You know what I'm saying? We focusing on Steph. And then Steph came out and told her, encouraged her to start making videos. When she started making those cooking videos, it started to get online. And then the Warriors organization, they had an open spot, a segment for a cooking show. And that's how Ayesha first got into, bam, let's get into this cooking show.
Right.
Right? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he supported her. That's how she got into limelight. She started to find her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said she always had acne and trouble with skin. And that's how she came up with her skincare line. Right? So she finding stuff for herself. And every time she find a way to do something for herself, people just beat her up about it.
Right.
I don't see what's wrong with that. Being a career woman that's still supporting the person that you're with. Why can't you be both?
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, free Ayesha.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't see anything wrong with what she's doing. I don't see
Absolutely
anything
not.
what she said in the interview. She's speaking her truth. And what's wrong with that? It's how she feels.
Yeah.
It's just how she felt. She didn't go there like people saying. She didn't go there shaming her husband, embarrassing Steph.
Right.
She didn't go there disrespecting Steph at all. She spoke her truth. She spoke how their life was back then and how it is now.
Right.
And she said she's adjusted to it. She loved the life. She loved her kids. Back then, she didn't see herself with kids because she was focused on her career.
Right.
Her career was starting.
Right.
But there was nothing in that she was changed, and all she kept saying is she's finding herself.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? I'd rather to be with somebody and they're trying to find themselves than being lost in me, because now that's when arguments, that's when depression happen, that's when so much different stuff start to happen, and then you get what I'm saying. So I would rather for you still to have something on your own. I feel like when you in a relationship, when you married. Like, I know they say you're a unity, but I still feel like you need to be a unit, right? Because you still need to be an individual. You still need to have your own personality, your own goals, your own motivation, your own things going on for yourself. Because if you're not happy with yourself, how can you be happy with the person that you're with? How can you be the best version of you if you not the best version of yourself?
Right. And also, like, just strip all of that away, like you had mentioned. what happens when like all the kids are off to college or just like out the house? Steph is back in the house full time regularly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's so much that happens, and you're just kind of like, dang, I don't know who this person is.
Yeah. Even we talked about it off camera.
Mm-hmm.
Even this. Ayesha even said it on there, right? Her husband is a great basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's a great basketball player, he usually make it to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those years is deep runs into the playoffs or there's championships.
Mm-hmm.
So she realistically only have her husband maybe 2 or 3 months, and then it's right back to mini training to
Mm-hmm.
mini cap preseason, and then back to basketball. So that a month and a half, depending on how far they get, or 2 months is usually spent for vacation time.
Right.
So you telling me that somebody's going maybe 10 months out of the year?
At a minimum sometimes.
Right? So you telling me she shouldn't find something for herself to do
Mm-hmm.
if her husband is gone most of the time
Right.
playing basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she make it to the games, but that's not the same.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand what is so wrong with that. That's why I was confused when I seen this stuff. Like,
Crazy.
why is everybody making this a big deal?
Yeah.
So y'all help us make sense of it. Do y'all think that people are making a big issue out of this, or are you thinking the same thing we thinking?
Right.
Like, not a big deal at all. Thank you. Free Ayesha. Free Ayesha. Kumali, kumbali. Hey, bring that pizza back.
Right.
I got scars unhealed, that money can't fix it. My brother turned a snake just for that quickly. Gay love, they gay hate, cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock, cause the pot got thick. Saying change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight, but that bitch